Welcome to the second Win Boxing Media. I'm your host, Rashid Hammond, and alongside
it's your boy, Mr. Hit the like button and sub to the page. Caesar Fantastic. What's going on, bro?
what's up, brother? Man, it was a hell of a weekend in the nation's capital, man. You had Gervonta Tank Davis versus Hector. Hector Luis Garcia was in the building at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. Sold out show. The biggest earnings in the history of that arena happened last Saturday. Shout out to GTD. Shout out to Premier Boxing, PBC. They did an extraordinary job of putting together a wonderful card, all the way down from the wonderful legends that came up in the game, all the way to those that's now running the game. Oh man, Sean, I had an extraordinary weekend this weekend, man. Got to meet some heavy hitters, some major news, and all the guys that we looked up to coming up in the ranks. I finally got to see these guys in person and in action. Man, there was a lot of upsets happened this weekend as well. Start off with the first card, man. DeMar Nicholson versus Boo Boo. What was your thoughts on that, Sean?
It was sharp. Boo Boo did what Boo Boo do. He boxed and boxed tremendously. Boo Boo's he's a hell of a boxer, man. Demond was game. You know, he was game. He came in there. He did what he could, but Boo Boo he just shot, man. Boo Boo shot, bro. So I don't think Demond could get past that jab, and then Boo Boo started throwing pop over top, and it was just like, and it was just a hell of a performance from Boo Boo for real, low key. That's just what it was.
Yeah, man, I thought it was a excellent boxing performance by him, man. I watched Ray Leonard fight a gentleman on YouTube the other day, man. And he was a southpaw, and it's I was taught that you always keep your feet on the outside of fighting a southpaw, on the outside. I mean, but you know, from some of my colleagues, man, they have other strategies and ways. That's the beautiful thing about boxing. Boxing is not no one theory works type of sport. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways that different trainers from different regions do their work. So, but I think DeMar Nicholson didn't, in my opinion, the game plan was not the way I think I would have went with fighting him. He's the type of guy you got to get on the inside of him. You got to rough him up. You got to really bang on him and grab him and bang on him and hold him and throw him off a little bit, man, and rough this guy up. You know, that's the style that I think you have to bring to beating Boo Boo. I don't think you can go in there with the with the mindset of trying to box him, because he's going to outbox you. Slick fighter, boxing IQ's on one. But I take my hat off to DeMar Nicholson. He's a hell of a fighter. He's one of my best fighters in this area. Still to the day after the defeat, I'm still rooting for him, man, no matter what. Just a fighter styles, man. Styles make fights. Everybody's style don't work out to be on your end of defeat. I mean, on your end of victory. So, you know, I'm still rooting for the brother, man. Hell of a man. One of the most humblest men you'll ever meet. So I'm still definitely rooting for this guy, brother, man, to keep going, doing what he's doing, man. So, the next card.
Next fight was Rashidi Ellis versus Royman Villa.
Wow, that fight there was a total upset, man. That was a big upset right there, man. I thought Rashida was going to win that fight with flying colors, winning a lot of
Yeah, you hear
rounds.
me? He was like, you hear me? He was like, man, she looking good, and I'm like, yeah, he looking good, but soon as like you hung up, I looked and I'm like, he a little solid. You know what I mean? And I know with that size and speed and how active he was, I'm like, I want to see if he could, maintain this through 12 rounds, And on behold, 7th round came and they started slowing down and gave V a chance. Right. And V took full advantage of it, man. Took full advantage of it.
I didn't think he was going to be able to go. I already knew when he was moving around, he was moving around quite a lot. He was around the ring quite a lot. So I knew that was going to be very difficult for him to maintain that for 12 rounds completely. And those later rounds, it showed, in the later rounds, that's what caused some of the knockdowns. The guy could catch him, He was spinning him and he was moving around doing his thing, feinting him. He catching one. He had one of the most beautiful jabs I've ever seen, man. That boy got a nice solid jab. Mm-hmm. I just think he just the workload of moving around those many rounds, it's gonna play out, gonna catch up to you. Maybe wrong. But I think that's what happened with him. Excuse me. I think that's what happened with him. What you think?
That moving around ain't stopped the next fight, but we're gonna get there. but yeah, I think he was moving so much because coming into the fight, everybody knew what Via's calling card was. You know what I'm saying? He could hit. He might not be the best technical boxer. He might not be able to outbox you, but if he catch you, it's gonna hurt. So Sheedy was boxing him beautifully. Like the first 6 rounds was in and out, whop, whop, whop. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And Via couldn't catch him. But once he slowed down, he started catching him with everything. But I think the movement was sort of a sign of respect. I say sign of respect and a sign of, okay, I'm going to try to move to take away what you do. I know what you do. You can hit. But can you catch me? Can you do this? You know what I mean? So, I get the movement. You're gonna have to get with my man Karen. Go ahead and get with my man Karen. Karen could teach you how to get on that treadmill. How to be able to last them rounds, man. Right. But all the way around, I know it's a lot of controversy out. I'm hearing her robbery and all this. I'm not saying it. Mm. I'm not with that. I think as I was scoring the fight, I had it 114, 112 for Via. At the first knockdown in the 12th, I'm like, okay, now it's a draw. I'm like, okay, it's a draw now, okay. Mm-hmm. But then that second knockdown in the last seconds of the round, it gave him the fight to me. So I agree with that's how I was on it at that time. But it was a good fight. It was a good fight. As it was going on, all I could think of was early candidate for fight of the year, Yeah. Just the turnaround, and it was a good action fight, and it was good action both ends. So, so it's one thing I did take away from it. It is an early candidate for fight of the year.
Yeah, I agree with you, C's. The last minutes of the round was what the fight was won at. He won that fight from that last knockdown. Yeah. I agree with that totally. Yeah. Now it's time to move on to the next fight. We got
Boots Ennis, Jaron Boots Ennis versus Karen Chukadze. What you think about it?
My opinion. You got the casual fans, and I hate to use that term because that's kind of like trying to talk somebody, which is not necessary. I'm not going because I know some purists that's the same way as thinking like this. Boots Ennis, in my opinion, put on a hell of a boxing performance because styles make fights. And that's one thing that a lot of us need to remember. This guy was an awkward fighter, man. It's an awkward fighter that makes you look bad. And for this situation, that's what happened. It was one of those awkward fighters that can make you look unusual than you normally look. You know what I'm saying? How you normally look, And that's what happened. Mm-hmm. That's what happened with Boots. He fought a guy that has a chin, guy that can take a punch, and a guy that's gonna get you in there and keep staying there for 12 rounds. And that's good work for him. He needs that 12-round fight sometimes, especially if he's trying to fight to the next level where you want to fight a Earl Spence or a Crawford. That's where you need the rounds is because 9 times out of 10, if he fight those guys, it's going to be a 12-round decision. So these are the times to take an unworthy and not I use the wrong term, a less than on your caliber, a lower caliber fighter where they can test you to the waters. That's your time to work on new things and new techniques so you can go to that next level. So I think Boots did a great job, man. The guy moved around too as well. The guy was a mover. So I think
he's a track star.
Only thing I did have a problem with was Boots was the wild punches trying to load up for the knockout. Listening to the crowd.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on that.
Okay, go.
Go ahead. Finish what you're saying, but I'm gonna get on that.
This crowd was knockout hungry. You got to remember, you got Boots Ennis and you got Demetrius Andrea and you got Tank Davis. These are knockout purists right here, man. They normally when these guys get in there, you going to sleep. So that's what the crowd wanted. So but I think Boots did a great job going 12 rounds with this guy and proving who he is. It wasn't a pretty performance, but it wasn't an ugly performance.
I just want to touch on the fact that it's hard to knock out somebody who don't want to be knocked out. Mm-hmm. Care who you are. If the dude they was talking about Boots not cutting off the ring, Boots not cutting off the ring, Boots cutting off the ring. This dude just Barry Sanders juking him. He'll be cut. He going to the right. He going to the right. Boots cut the ring off that way. And slip out the other side. His feet fast. You know what I mean? Right. You give it to him. You give it to him. Like his feet fast, bro. Boots wanted that knockout. He wanted the knockout too bad, to where he was. I genuinely believe, which I know he learned because he stated this after the fight. If he would have slowed it down, you know what I mean? And that, I'm saying, slow down, just slow time down a little bit, Boots, and not try to get the knockout one punch and this. Set him up, body shots, take his feet from him. You know what I mean? It's ways to do it. But if he'd have slowed it down and tried to set up something, he could have got that knockout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he was so knockout hungry because the stage was set. Co-maining on a big card, sold out. You know what I mean? Tank Davis card. I need this knockout. I got to knock this dude out. I'm trying to be a pay-per-view star. I'm trying to main event my own pay-per-view next fight. I need this knockout. So he went in there so hungry for the knockout, and everybody's expectations of Boots is knockout, that when he didn't get a knockout, oh man, Boots looked terrible. He didn't even knock him out. Like, come on, bro. That man won every round of the fight.
Every round.
Against a dude who's ranked in every sanctioning body. The dude ain't like Boots fought me.
Right.
This dude is ranked in every jump. Yeah, he's I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like he's a world beater, but he's somebody who's ranked. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody who is respected in boxing, at least. He's got a nice amateur background, pedigree, and all that. Like he's a professional boxer, bro, and get that man his respect, man, for surviving. He ain't went around, but he survived. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He survived. So, you know, that amateur background that paid off with survival skills. You know,
That's right.
He knew how to survive against Boots. So, you know, but it's really nobody else that could do that. It's really nobody else that could move like that and stay away like that in boxing. So, in my eyes, that's a one-off, and everybody else going catch something. I mean, I ain't gonna say everybody he'll beat everybody. You know, I do think he'll beat everybody, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't believe it. So I ain't gonna. A lot of people don't believe that, but
believe in them,
you know, I think he could catch him. Yeah, I think
kings
both,
up there now.
Both of them. I think both of them.
One of them, man. I'm sorry.
I think he can get him.
He gonna
I think, like I say, I ain't gonna say it's guaranteed. I think both of them 50-50 fights. I think both of them.
54, he got it, man. He can have 47 after they both.
Shoot. Man, Earl going 54 now, so
yeah, I heard.
Man, that's crazy, man. He get up there, he ain't gonna want to come back.
So here it is, man, the main event.
Yeah, main event. Got Gervonta Tank Davis versus Hector Luis Garcia, the android. Man, what you think about it, bro?
Excuse me, I'm sorry, man. I've been up since 4 this morning, man. My apologies for the yawn, man. But I had a client this morning, man. So, Gervonta Tank Davis doing what he does best, man. Get the job done, man. I think, he's one of them. He's a very entertaining fighter. Me seeing him in person, I now get to see why everyone loves this guy, man. I mean, he's an entertaining fighter. It's very entertaining to see somebody of that magnitude and get the person up out of there. He got the job done, man. Hector Luis Garcia, man, in my opinion, is still a great fighter. He's going to do great after Tank. His career is going to continue to flourish, just like Isaac Cruz did. Same thing will apply for him. Everybody that fights Tank do well after Tank. I mean, not everybody, but so far, the last one of the two in between. Well, Rolly, he's going to do well too. Rolly's name is buzzing me very heavy, thanks to Gervonta Tank Davis. So these last 3-4 fights, those names are going to get bigger and better. This guy need to learn a little English so he can start getting his brand off. Once he does that, then his numbers will become better as well. But Gervonta put on a hell of a performance, man. I mean, he came to the ring with Shy Glizzy, you know what I'm saying, one of the guys from near the neighborhood. I thought
round the way
as well from us. I thought he was patient. That's one thing I like about Tank. He's very patient. You know, I mentioned to him the guy keep his hands down. I made a little thing on YouTube or Instagram and Facebook where I'm showing that, that he kept his hand down. Of course, he didn't go off of my information. You know, I don't really know the young man. So, I'm sure me saying something like that can also plant a seed in the back of somebody's head. That's why I did it. Subconsciously planted something in the back of the guy's head. Noticed that his hands down and went to work. Oh man, DC was off the chain, man. It was lit, man. It was as they say, man. This town was live wired. I mean, the guys was in there, man, with the minks. The sisters was in there with the nice, bodies going on. It was a lot of work up in there, man. That got done, man. But it was also some nice, everything, man. It was just a nice atmosphere, man. It was just a lovely atmosphere, man. I almost got myself in some shit, man.
We about to see a hand come across that screen looking like Tank.
No, I was just explaining. My thing was I just was explaining the both, that's why I said the fellas was in there for, what I'm saying, and the ladies was in there. It was just a hell of a night. Right, exactly. She would. But yeah, man, Tank did his thing. Tank got this guy up out of there, man. This guy said he couldn't see.
Yeah,
He hit him so
yeah,
damn hard.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what you think,
man.
C's? What you think, man, about Tank's performance?
I think it was what it was. It was a classic Tank performance, you know. Started out slow as usual. Tank always do that. He always give up a couple rounds early. I think I gave him the first because nobody did nothing. But gave Luis Garcia the second and third. And then
Okay.
come around fourth round, Tank started heating up. You know, Tank started heating up, started catching him a little bit more. Talking about Garcia first. I think at 130, it's a lot that he could do down there. You know, I was sitting here wondering, I'm trying to think of who's at 130 right now. And I mean, he already beat Colbert. He got like Shakur gone. I think he could be that man down there that everybody gonna have to chase. So with this name and with this fight, you know, and with his name built up from the Tank fight, he could be the man that everybody chasing down at 130. So we'll see when he go back down there how he look, because I don't know. He might be that dude down there. So
right.
But then you got so Tank, you got April 15th with Ryan, supposedly, in the works. We'll see if that happens. But all this did was open up the floodgates. It's opened up the floodgates for Tank.
Right.
It was a wonderful thing to see him do his own promotion. Best part about it was him speaking more. When he was with Mayweather, they didn't let him speak as much.
Facts.
You know,
facts.
and now he gets to really sell himself. You know
Facts.
what I mean? And speak a little bit more on his own behalf. So I like that. I like fighters speaking up for themselves and doing that. So that's a good thing for me. Now I think like I said, the floodgates open for him now. He's definitely the cash cow at 135. Nobody else could do that. Nobody else could do what he just did as far as breaking the gate record in New York and DC. Back to back.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So he stamped himself as the cash cow 135 easily. Probably 140, 47. Earl might still be a little ahead of him. But yeah, who ahead of him? What? Earl Wilder is Wilder and Canelo. But then you got the UK guys, but you can't gauge them much.
Yeah,
they got a cheat code over there.
Those pound for pound lists be off. I'd stop even.
No, I'm not talking about pound for pound lists. I'm talking about gates. As far as who generate the most at gate.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm talking about generating.
That gate was up there, man, and for it to be there like that. I was telling one of my clients about how many numbers he did, man. It blew their mind, like, wow. So yeah, man, guy sold that thing out. DC got the money too, man.
Oh yeah, it's money here, bro.
The money, definitely a money town. It's definitely a money town, man.
Damn, they gotta be a millionaire to live here at this point.
How you feel about the what's your take on the Mills and Gary the Russell brothers situation?
Well, I don't know all the details. I know it's unfortunate that it created such a big scene because it's a talking point You know what I mean? When in all reality, from what I hear, like no punches were thrown. You know what I mean? It was just an argument over the fight. That's what happens at all fights. But I guess with the people involved and everything, you know, they were celebrities involved. People, you know, overreacted a little bit. So, but yeah, like I said, I don't know the details of what was said and this. I know. So I'm just say it was unfortunate, man.
Yeah, man, I agree with you, brother, man. We as a people, man, gotta stop. We gotta figure out something, man. We gotta figure out a ways to de-escalate situations and stop being emotional. When I was told it was over something that wasn't even worth arguing about. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions, and their opinions should be respected. I can understand selling the fight because it's a good selling point if that's what this was intended to do. I think if they do sign and whoever those people they sign, it would work out and be a great fight as well. But right now, just respect each other as when the fight in the ring, man. Respect him, man. Respect him as he's in there. When he get out of there, then you know talk to all the trash you want to talk to him. Why he's in there risking his life, man? Sometimes we gotta just let things be, man. On both ends. This is not no one-sided thing that I'm saying. On both sides, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, man. I said I'm not really gonna go into much details about that situation. Just leave it right there, champ.
Yeah. What you think about what Devin said? Devin said, "What kind of cheating is this?" Because they stopped the fight. But I'm like, nah. In actuality, Tank stepped to the corner, and then Hector Luis, he didn't take advantage of Tank looking over, and then he stepped back too before the ref. The ref didn't break it or stop it. The ref was like this, whatever. But then when they both walked to the neutral corner, the ref was like, "All right, timeout," you know. So I'm not taking too much with what Devin said, but I thought it was funny because he's like, "What cheating? What kind of cheating is this?" They ain't never seen nobody stop.
That's the stuff I'm not liking. Too many of these other they be hating each other like crazy. That's hate, man. Mind your business. It's good selling points, though. I'm just talking.
What I just said, man. Tank is the cash cow, man.
And he want a piece of that pie, man. I understand. Shit.
Everybody, that man is hot right now, bro.
Yeah, he is, man. They want a piece of that pie, right now, man. That's a true statement.
Yeah, and he running his own thing, so it ain't like
So I can't.
It ain't like nobody getting away.
I can't wait to hear Bill Haney's rebuttal on this whole situation because he be parking watching like crazy, man. I can't wait to hear his rebuttal on this $5 million at the gate earning that he made, and then we ain't even count the pay-per-view numbers. He can since you want to talk mess, he can give Calvin Ford $1 million right now, and then what you got to say then? This guy said, and Calvin said he doing it for the youth, man. When he go talk to Tank and Lee Summit, it's for the youth.
He said, I ain't tripping. He said, I get what I want when I want. You know, if I want,
come on now.
He said, man, it's this there. Like I ain't
exactly without hesitation.
I don't need to be on no payroll or nothing like that, man. If I want something, man, boom, no hesitation, man.
Real talk, man. Well, then, that's time for me to get out of here. My head for like 2 minutes on my eyebrow. Like trying to pull them down, man.
You better go apologize. Better get in there and apologize. Look, man, I wasn't looking.
I'm good, man.
I'm messing with you, bro.
I can't time to even look. I was so busy ripping and running interviews and trying to get access to stuff. I ain't have time to even look, brother.
Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, that's it for us, man. Go ahead.
What'd you say? I say hit the like and subscribe button, please. That's what you saying. The same thing. It kind of
go ahead
bit on you, man. Please hit the like and subscribe button. as well as the notification bell. So when our content do come out, you're the first to know about it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Second Win Boxing Media. Peace.